Thank you.
And the crowd is yours.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Today, I'm bringing you the topic is math to mainstream, AML compliance and non-compliance. And first, I'd like to begin with who I am. I'm Michael Oh, the founder and CEO of CoolBitX. Also, I'm an owner of a public company in Taiwan called Smart Displayer. We serve banking security technology to over 50 banks in over 30 countries. And even Apple is our client. And back in 2013, when I wanted to start CoolBitX, is because when I first heard about Bitcoin, I thought we could bring a lot of legacy into this space. There's a lot of missing parts in this crypto space. And what I'm about to bring you might sound scary in the first time you hear it, but please be patient and ask any questions in the end if you want. You understand where this is going. So first, I'd like to say virtual assets are an innovative type of financial product. It's definitely not a heaven for criminals. And why regulation is imperative for virtual assets is because without regulation, cryptocurrency, as we've all seen since the end of 2017, the market cap has been dropping. The Bitcoin price was 20,000 US dollars per Bitcoin, and now it's almost 3.6 thousand. It keeps dropping. Why is that? It's because we failed to address the mainstream market. We failed to address the 3.5 billion bank users worldwide. And why we failed to address those markets is because those financial institutions cannot offer cryptocurrency or virtual assets as a financial product, financial service to their investors, to their users. Because cryptocurrency, by nature, with anonymity, with permissionless feature, make it not compliant to the mainstream regulators or authorities. For example, FATF requirements that's coming out in June this year. So today, I introduce you why we need to address these obstacles to mainstream and how we can fix it. So here are some challenges with cryptocurrency anonymities. There are 4 horsemen that cyber regulation fights against. That is illegal drug dealing and terrorism financing, money laundering, and trafficking. Another important fact is the market price manipulation window. For every type of financial product, by SEC definition, there are ways like pump and dump, bear rate, wash trading, all those different tactics to manipulate the price of a financial product. With all those loopholes existing, what we've been wanting, the cryptocurrency ETF would never be approved by SEC. But if we fix this, the chances are higher. And I would like to further address the current KYC inefficiencies on why the anonymity issue still exists. So for centralized exchanges, the KYC process, know your customer, only applies to the fiat to crypto or crypto to fiat process. But once the crypto is withdrawn out of the exchange to a third party or open source wallet, then it's out of control, out of identification. It becomes a loophole for money laundering. Currently, there are some practices like chain analysis that helps institutions or authorities to track the movement of those funds. But still, you can track it, but you don't offer a way to freeze the illegal address or to freeze that illegal funds, or you cannot return the illegal funds, or you are not able to identify the ownership of that transaction because they are all anonymous. You can track where the addresses are, but you don't know who are behind those. So the key question is how to comply with the upcoming AML and CFT regulations. First, we have to establish regulatory reporting and record-keeping requirements for financial institutions and money transmitters, such as exchanges, brokers, miners, wallet providers, exchangers. They will have to comply with this. So what would be the environment that we are supposed to build? We are segregating the crypto world into two sides. Just like Chinese yen or US dollars, you have onshore Chinese yen, onshore Chinese yen account, or you have US dollar onshore accounts. On the other hand, you also have offshore US dollar account or US dollars. Or just like websites, you have surface web and you have dark web. For those who have licenses, for those who serve the majority of the population, you have to be compliant to the regulators. And you are categorized as the onshore ones, the surface web ones. On the other hand, for those who are libertarians, anarchists, the privacy-focused users, they can stay off the grid. They can stay out of this system we're trying to build, this AML-compliant environment. So CoolBitX, since 2014, we've built the world's most mobile hardware wallet, which I'll show you the video at the end of this presentation. But we've come up with a more advanced infrastructure for exchanges and wallet companies to work with. The goal is to educate the general public on the concept of virtual assets and make virtual asset space compliant with FATF requirements and become a Visa-like service for virtual assets. It sounds abstract, but what it would be is now in the fiat world, if you go to a bank, open an account, a few days later, you will receive a credit card or ATM card. The same thing would happen to crypto. Later, when you go to exchanges like Coinbase, Binance, open an account, a few days later, you'll receive your own version of wallet that's tied to your own account, tied to your own identity, and all the transactions you make will be limited to the destination address that's with the same standard of the KYC process. And the benefit for exchanges is first global address tracking and security enhancement, transaction control, low cost of compliance. For governments, it's transaction monitoring. There's no longer a black hole where billions of US dollars being moved without anyone knowing who they are. Individual, it's secure private key backup and enhanced user verification. So what we are working with governments now in across Asia countries, Taiwan, Japan, Korea, and Philippines, also with the European Commission, now is this approach where we're going to address the AML and CFT requirements, but not yet comprehensively defined as executed. But the growth of virtual currency industry will drive the governments to regulate this industry with a more efficient method of compliance for all parties. I'm Michael. You can follow me on the Twitter accounts or LinkedIn, and I'll show you how our product looks like. Well, that's the end of video. Thank you.